Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Ready. 90. Wolf. Rock.
You go tight. You got tight.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Hubbard. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14.
Check 4.
Ready, go.
The first carry now for Tony.
Run.
He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go
I'm going to
on
hit you
third
all
down.
day, baby.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we
Three
go.
out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a third and 12.
Exit.
36.
What happened?
Operating from the gun. Love. Able to find Isabella. He finds some open field here. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory.
Come on, fellas.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Ready.
So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on first and 10. We'll go with first down. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Oh, yeah!
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Read.
Let's go heavy.
Off play action.
Give me some.
Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like
Ready, go.
out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Andy Isabella. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's get it. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Half 10.
They start
Check
on
15,
the ground
check
here.
15.
Sanders.
No. Off.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
56, 56.
Topper. 54 yards on the ground. On first down, He's got his big time, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Here we go.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the sticks, sets up a first and
53 is the
goal.
mic.
First and
It's
goal,
our field.
and a chance to get that
It's our
initial
field.
touchdown. Sanders, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because
I'm
you
coming
get
for
that
you,
big
son.
carry,
I'm coming for
and
you,
you come
son.
back and you're on fire. And sometimes you force a run, right? Trying to break off that big carry again.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
As a fallback, throw it to them when all else fails? Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Get the
And,
ball.
you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet,
Move.
but right now where we stand in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest possible as you can be. As
Check
many
99,
home games as
check
possible
99.
to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild
Let's
card
go
and
now.
or
Let's go now.
divisional
Let's go
round.
now. 10 Lobo.
That's it. That's it.
Hut, hut.
The throw on third down. Love. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being
Here
taken
we
down.
go. 60
And a big 32-yard play
that's
on
right, that's what I
third.
do. Check. Check hot route.
Hard.
Check 31. Check 31.
And go.
Runs to Pollard. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
That's
a
it, baby.
Chicago
We
first
gonna work.
down there on a gain of 11.
At this stage of the game,
Let's
the
go,
run
let's
pass
go,
numbers
let's
are a little
go.
bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air.
Protein
But in a
spill.
sense, that just sets
Quick
things
dance,
up for
quick
big
dance,
runs
bud.
like that because the defense might be able to
Stand
pick
up.
up another first down with that run.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up second down.
Down. 10 Tucson. Sam on.
Come on. Come on, D. Slam. Slam.
Smoke. Ready.
Throwing again. Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This
Set.
offense
Ready.
was on the move.
60
Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun.
All over you.
The Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Boom. Big hit
Montez
all
Sweat.
day.
He's
Sack
the one to
City.
get him, and that
Sack
is sack
City,
number
baby.
7 for him on the year. And he missed it. It's no good. And in this first quarter
work, boys.
play,
Let's
this
go,
will
let's go.
remain a tie ball game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that
Check.
he would expect
319.
himself to make, not just
Check.
us
53,
expecting him to
Mom.
make it.
I'm coming after
Over
you.
the years,
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
kickers, continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions. Not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
These two teams all tied after one.
Let's get
it.
it.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Off 52.
Back and go full strength.
Working out of the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. He was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's go. Let's do it.
51-yard punt that time. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus-yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in
Ready to go.
Just to be on the safe side, so they tell their offensive guys.
You're going to beat me in your nightmare.
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Here we
4
go.
yards
Here we
on
go.
that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
You must.
On
2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Let's go, let's go.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They
Hey,
took
watch the
out of
screen,
their
watch the
hands having to
screen.
wonder whether it's a
Go.
5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The throw over the middle taken in. Touchdown, Chicago. Andy Isabella with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. Taking the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Round 80.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, it's in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you but there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum.
Some sharks smelling blood in the water. Allen's throw is complete, and he's got this down to the 35.
Let's go.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Round 80.
Give him 5 on the carry, then it'll be 2nd down.
We got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Alert, alert, alert.
Mike, 53.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Check 43. Get him. Get him.
Go.
From the 29. Allen. He's got his man shot complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Let's go, Eddie!
Let's go.
First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
4 down. Banjo.
Operating from the red zone now, Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field,
This one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando. The coach, he'll have stats and scores from around the NFL.
Mike,
you and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Motion.
Throwing on second and long.
We're getting tired of seeing
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
You better be ready.
Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Let's get it together. Half 10. Let's get it together. Gun. Check 13. Check 13.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Bears offense
47.
ready to go
Check,
for
check,
their next
47.
drive. Still
Hey,
more than
out.
a minute to go, so
Delta.
there is time if they want to make something.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So,
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
53. 53 is the mic.
Check.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there. Bringing up second down.
Mike, 53.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check. 53's Mike.
53's Mike. Allen gonna throw.
Get that quarterback at all costs. We ain't giving up nothing today.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown,
He
Detroit.
wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. They are inches away now from tying this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready up.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears
I know
offense.
he ain't got it.
And we're
Check
under a minute
out,
to go.
ready, go.
Even first half all tied up.
yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
What we got? Hey, watch it.
Ready.
They'll keep it open again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Let's go.
The final shot before break. Love. He's letting it fly for Cooks. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, will play by the head coach. They give them red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Chris Jones on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside.
Let's go.
But that one was swallowed up because when they're
number
hoping
53.
those big defensive linemen will take the beat and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
Oh, boy,
now
I know you
third
felt
down
that
is
one.
looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop.
Mike,
it appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
I got one.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Hey.
Talent on third. Man open, Rice. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
Mike,
Check, 55, Mike.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brown 80. Hey, tight.
Second and 12. He's taken down. A Bear sack. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
We own them.
Check three.
Half. Check nine.
Sponge. No.
Half 85.
Slams.
Alert. Half 85.
Motion out.
Throwing on third and long. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's taken it around the 40. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half.
It'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing.
Baby.
Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference.
Come on, set.
Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
First down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it.
Ready.
Back to throw. Love. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. He'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now.
Got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Ready, go.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. It's a 43-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike,
the Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
Hey, Foxtrot.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
Here we go.
Without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, it becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
53, Mike.
Crunch time, defense.
Check.
Back to the air on second down. Ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. 60, orange.
Check.
Switch.
First down, Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
18 Gator.
Wants to run.
Let's go.
Off the play fake.
I'm coming, son. I'm coming.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Blue dark corkers.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want
Pollard again.
Tighten up.
Play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4.
Here we go.
And it'll be second and goal.
60 outlaw.
Check. He's checking. Crash.
Check. Crunch.
Ready, go.
at about the 11 after only a yard.
Woo! I know you feel that.
Okay, ready?
We're on
Let's
to the
go, one
fourth
more.
here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot
Hey,
of
that's
tired
good.
bodies
That's
on
good.
that field, but this is a big
Ready.
third and goal. Back to throw. Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tony Pollard, his third touchdown now on the field. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive.
57 to Mike.
Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you have green on that play.
He's going to rifle one deep left. This is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 34. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that's complete to Sanders. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
6-6. Pull it high.
11 yards there and a line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
You ain't going nowhere.
A solid run on 1st down.
Yeah,
Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Tight.
4 down. Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 3.
You ain't going nowhere.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd
Get
down.
him, boy.
We
Get him,
have not
boy.
seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held it in check on the
53,
scoreboard.
check
The
53.
Lions on 3rd
Focus,
down.
defense,
They've
focus.
only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Alert.
Let's go.
What's that?
Number 53. Mike 53.
Nowhere to escape,
check,
and he
check,
goes
check.
down.
What did he?
Going to go for it here on 4th
Regular.
down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
That one. Yeah. That one, nah.
Nah, this is
X3. 218. Chopper.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing,
Check,
so they
check.
have to be
Fresno,
careful about
Fresno,
that because
Fresno.
still have an
Kill,
opportunity
kill,
if they
kill.
can get some things done on
Weak.
defense. But
Go.
now,
Double
since
up.
they've
Hey,
taken
go.
going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And I think this defense
Right
knew
there.
what was coming as
There,
he is
baby.
smothered
Here we go.
behind the
Set.
line.
15
The
Lonnie,
opening
15
play of the
Lonnie.
drive goes backwards.
Switch.
Now they'll come
Switch.
up on
General.
2nd and
West.
12.
Hut.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's covered by Brandon Cooks. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside
All day,
the 35.
baby. Let's go.
Ready.
A 1st down there on a
17
pickup of
6 guard.
25.
Check 6 guard.
This quarterback now
Let's
6
go.
for 6 and back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards
Okay,
as they
baby,
get him
I see
behind
you.
the line.
Ready.
This will be a
47.
2-yard loss
Mike
on the play.
47.
And that'll make
All
it
day,
2nd
dog.
and 12.
Go.
At the 36-yard
Looking to
Check,
throw.
check, 47.
Love.
You don't want none.
His
Pick
throw
up
caught
the
at
ball.
about the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. As his guys are in for 6. As the Bears push further out in front. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that'll they'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Running on me.
Here's that's caught out on the left side. And I think the ball's out.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was
Watch the
palpable.
screen, watch the screen.
The friend
Watch
there.
the screen.
No doubt about it.
Check.
Ball goes
53
over the sideline, able to retain
Check.
possession,
53.
no turnover.
Hey,
I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball,
53,
man.
check 53.
First down is out. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership.
That's 319.
Still competing, still fighting,
56,
not taking
56.
himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
I got one. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Try again on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good starting field
get
position
97,
for them
let's
here
go.
as they come up first and 10.
Ready.
Trying to start the drive. Love going right side here, and that's complete. And he is in. Touchdown.
Hey, that's the way you finish,
Chicago.
boy. Finish strong. Yeah, let's go.
A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as the Bears are in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Mike,
the Lions
53.
offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception,
Hey, check 24.
next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious. Because now you can't run any offense at all.
Five wide.
We'll see how they attack him here. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This one to his tight end out on the right side. And he almost gets this to the 30, taking down about a yard shy. 11 yards there to the line, first down. First down, and they're going to throw it. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
Seen as a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 37. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
We always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in,
Let him know.
that one's going to hurt
Let him know.
and in a big way.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Orbit. Mike, ready, go. Mike,
Waiting for the gun.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball
stab left. And he's going to keep it all over you. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Oh,
nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down.
Ready,
He didn't
set.
force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it
Ready.
a very manageable second and short.
Haywood.
47.
Second and 3.
Stop your whining.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Let's go
So
now,
the
let's go
incomplete
now,
pass
let's go
on the
now.
last play, and
And
that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
I'm gonna ready. Check, check, check,
And the
check.
hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Okay,
Maybe
great.
a critical
47,
mistake at this
box try.
juncture is now they've got
Watch
a
the
1st
run.
and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check 3. Check 3.
Squeeze, get in there. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Say go. He's tired.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Yeah, baby.
From the contact. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
Here we
So
go.
after the incompletion on
60,
first,
orange.
now
Watch
2nd
54,
and 10.
Watch 54.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Hot.
Throwing again. And this is caught at the 8. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout
On the
call.
double.
54. Right
The
there.
last
Right there.
catch
54,
nearly
Mike.
got him at first, but it did not, and they'll
Let's
try to
go. Ready,
convert
ready.
on 3rd and
Mike's
inches.
5'4". Mike's 5'4". Yo.
Ready, go.
Operating from the gun. Love. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Chicago, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for